Ladies and gentlemen, it is your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns, and you are here for episode 6. Matter of fact, give us a round of applause. 6 episodes in. The dream is real. The dream is real, okay? And by now, you know the order of the show and how it go. All right, put your hands together for my guest panel today. Mika, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Mika. Keep your applause going for the beautiful Pammy Pam. Not the Pammy Pam on Instagram, but my Pammy Pam. Pam, what's up?
Hey, you got it going on, so I'm here to support.
Good to see your face. Ladies and gentlemen, keep them applause going for Hollywood.
Yo, what up, what up?
How you doing, champ?
I'm doing great. I'm in the building.
The dream is real. Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic for episode 6 is Just Do. And ladies and gentlemen, I know there's a whole wrinkle in the real algorithm, and that's because people use social media and what I call falsities to get their credit or get their just due. And I want to just bring the discussion to the nation because I feel it's long overdue. Now, what I want to do to start out this offering is play this clip. There was is a blogger. His name is DJ Academics, and he had this to say about generations of hip hop before him.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Them old rappers, man, them niggas, bro. Have you seen any of these old rappers who be like, yo, they're the foundation of hip hop, really living good? Them niggas be looking really dusty. I kid you not. And none of y'all try to comfort me because I don't fuck with y'all niggas either. So I'm just tell y'all the truth. Y'all be looking like, every time they be like an old nigga talking about hip hop, you be like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else living better than you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had a real issue with that, and I'm sure you do too, and we're going to talk about it, but I want to play the legend, one of the godfathers of hip-hop, LL Cool J. He had something to say to that.
Don't ever play yourself like that again, because trust me, you playing yourself. Because without these dudes and these girls who started this hip-hop culture, a lot of the guys that's out there talking tough, you wouldn't even have a career. We'd be on the corner with a beer, talking about what's the next move we gonna make. So I would say, approach this game with humility and be glad and be thankful that these pioneers, you know, exactly, slave mentality. Be glad that these pioneers helped create this culture. And let's show them love. Let's elevate them. Let's celebrate them. That's why I started Rock the Bells. That's why I started this movement. So I wouldn't have to listen to foolish rhetoric about people that changed the world.
Right.
These people changed the entire world. The whole planet runs on hip hop culture right now. Every commercial is all about hip hop. And there are people out there that started this thing, and I think that they deserve to be honored and respected. I'm gonna leave it right there. Think before you speak.
Yeah. One time for the GOAT. If you don't understand that, we're shooting you out of the air. We have a lot to discuss. First, I want to know how y'all feel about that clip, and then we can really get in the conversation. Meek, talk to us, love.
Again, thank you for asking me to join. This has been a godsend for me. We've talked about that over the last couple of years. So again, thank you. It's just heartbreaking for me. I think LL said it best. Were it not for hip hop creating an avenue and a door, this culture has enriched people's lives on so many levels, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually.
Amen.
Music is extremely powerful. And I think hip hop, the culture of hip hop is extremely powerful. And it's opened doors and changed people's lives. And to not be able to understand or acknowledge and really thank the folks who opened those doors is so disrespectful and so disheartening.
Absolutely.
And so for me, that's where I'm going to start off. Just really sad to hear people talk about, the founding fathers.
Right. And we're going to get to Just Do. momentarily. But I got to get your opinion, Hollywood. What do you think about that clip?
Yeah, I don't know what was going through the mind of Act. I think that was just, I don't know, that sounded like a comment from somebody that was absent-minded, that's just not paying attention to the whole influence of hip hop. Why? I don't understand why they were measured by how much money they're supposed to have or looking like whatever is fresh today. I don't know why that was supposed to be something that's the litmus test of if you're really a hip hop legend. That's crazy. That's stupid. That was never what it was about, to be honest. And then LL, I reposted that clip because that was heartfelt. I don't know. The world just wouldn't be what it is without hip hop. We needed those legends and those forerunners and those pioneers. And I think that people like the blogger, these new folks care more about clout than they do about legacy. And so it's instant acknowledgement over what it takes to have longevity. So that's all that is. It's instant clout. What can I say that's real, that's crazy? Everybody's trying to say the unpopular opinion, no matter how ignorant it may be. That's all that was.
Right. Pam, what do you think, love?
It's disheartening with the younger generations that feel like they are the ones that set in the stage for the music, the culture itself. I think that LL was very polite and respectful. And
right.
I know it still probably hurt the older generations, but they feel like money is everything. So that's what makes them. That's what's going to put them in history, but it's not. Because when you look at all the music today, how many people are sampling the older music?
Facts.
And then too, it's just sad because it makes no sense when you think about the history and the culture for Black people, period. Who set the stage? Who allowed you to have the position that you have now?
Come on.
I mean, it goes back to slavery, voting, everything. Who set the stage for you to walk free? It's just stupid.
Yeah, no, you hit it. Hold on, one more time for the people that need a hole in their head. But I was baffled because, one, how do you ever equate having contribution to how much money you have? Hollywood hit on it. Like, at the end of the day, we had to go through the bullshit so that you could walk, you know what I mean, on the clean cement. You know what I mean? Not getting your sneakers dirty, I just don't understand the mindset. But it brought me to this topic. And the topic, just do, is something as a culture we need to start giving to, our pioneers, our founders, our forefathers and mothers. We don't do enough of the flower giving, you know what I mean? While people are here to smell them. We don't do enough of the credit giving. And I want to start the conversation off, and, I'm getting off of the Ack and LL thing because this is more important, but myself, I've done some amazing things in and for culture, and I never seek the gratification from getting credit or my just due. I just do. I just continue to forge the path, create a blueprint for, the people that don't have an idea what they want to do, but know they're special and have creative abilities and can do many things, but can't fine tune. That's Kenny Burns. I don't need everyone to just say, oh, I got that from him. But I do think for people that are not as mentally strong, give them their credit. Why not? Tell them, how they inspired you. It's no harm or foul in saying to someone that you inspired me to do something. The way you put that outfit together set forth my fashion, inspiration or aspiration. The way you show up around celebrities, but you're not a celebrity and you have this power on the mic, that let me know I could, whatever it is, it's okay to give credit or just do for. How do y'all feel about that? And where do you see it in culture happening? And I want to start with you, Hollywood.
I feel like you're absolutely right. I don't really understand what it takes away from people to give flowers to somebody else. I don't understand that, because even like with you and like a lot of people I meet, that's like the first thing that I'm doing. I notice a lot of the younger people today, due to social media and being so common with celebrities or influencers now, because there's no mystique anymore, right? So I noticed that a lot of them kind of approach them in a formal way, like we know each other and we on the same level, and so I don't want to give you too much because of how you may act. I've seen rappers say that too, and so the millions of followers is following them is taking that same attitude to people that influenced them, that changed their lives, that gave them a whole new mindset, a whole new avenue that they didn't even know existed. And they doing the same thing, like, well, I was gonna do this anyway. No, you really weren't. And I think that Just Do is owed, in my opinion, to, first of all, anybody that that was a part of pioneering or trailblazing any industry or any segment of culture, whether that's media, entertainment, it doesn't matter, that you appreciate, that you consumed. I think Just Do is owed. I'm going to give Just Do to Queen Latifah, and I'm going to give Just Do to Kenny Burns, and I'm going to give Just Do to Jay-Z, and all three of y'all do three different things. But all three of y'all contributed to the culture. And so I don't see why that is such an issue. And yeah, I think it's just time to give that, because we would not be here if they didn't lay the foundation.
I wholeheartedly agree. And I think it's because we're taught not to do. We're taught to fight and fuss and disrespect, any and everything in culture that we adore. I mean, let's look at the overarching music. When you look at the 70s and the 80s, I'm a 72 baby. And the music I heard my mama playing made my whole spirit just uplift. I mean, Frankie Beverly and Maze. I'm talking about Golden Time of Day, Happy Feelings. This contribution that today's music is offering is despair. Kill you, fuck you in the ass. I can't stand your life, bitch. Shut up.
Despair and depression.
Pam, what do you feel, my love? How are you feeling? Talk to me.
Well, I just feel, like I said before, I feel like a lot of the younger generations are misguided. They don't understand what it entails to build legacy. If you want to be around a long time, if you want people to continue to listen to you, it's not just with the music, but it's you as a person yourself. A lot of people want to be able to say, oh, I did this, I did that, and not give credit where it's due. I think Just Do goes to a lot of people in the culture, and especially with the music, because they did pave the way. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's not going to take away from you having the status that you've gained or the success that you have. It's not going to take away from that. It's not going to hurt anyone if you acknowledge or give that credit where it's due to the people that came before you that made it easier for you to walk through that door, for you to continue to set whatever path you may start to set for yourself, but not only that, for the ones that's still going to come behind you. Give them something to look to. Give them something to look back to, like with the older generations, the ones that came before.
Facts.
So I agree with Hollywood, what he's saying. There's nothing wrong with it. Just give the flowers. Yeah. And I gravitate, with you in the group, because even though you have your level of success, you still don't have a problem interacting, engaging with people that are not in the same industry or business as you, or have the same level of success. You can deal with people in all areas, all levels.
Facts. But I literally, Meek, when I think about what Pam and Hollywood said, I look at the youth like, how don't you understand how to show respect? It ain't even about you liking somebody, understanding the music, because we sure don't understand y'all music. I had a real conversation with my sons. Like, I don't understand what you hear outside of the beat. I'm a music guy. So cadence, melody wise, and music, I get it. It turn you up. You ready to, like me, I can work out to the instrumental, and if they was humming, but then they get to talking and it just throw me off. But I'm not shitting on you. That's just not what I'm doing. But y'all shitting on us. Y'all trying to act like we ain't got no footing in the game. Without this, there would be no that. How do you feel about it, Meek?
To piggyback off what you said about giving flowers, I think it's all about being able to pour into each other. And I always say you can't pour from an empty cup. So I think this generation lacks self-awareness and the ability to, they're super self-absorbed, and they lack the ability to look outside of themselves and see and say, look, you know, my man over here is doing, you know, the right thing, good going, G, or, you know, hold your head up, sis, or whatever. And like you said, like, you have no idea how pouring into somebody and supporting somebody could keep them going to doing stuff so that you can follow that example. And to be able to support somebody like LL with the Rock the Bells, that's huge. You know what I mean? Like, he was part of the culture, and to be able to go to the concerts and to listen to his radio station, to support him, to pour into him, to thank him. A lot of these folks don't know how to do that, KB. A lot of these folks don't know anything outside of themselves. If it's not immediate gratification, they don't want it. If they don't have it here and now, they don't want to work for it. A lot of them are not going with their tapes. They don't understand what the struggle was to go to their tapes from DJ to DJ, record label to record label. They got their stuff real easy. They're making money, more money than they will ever. Then they don't understand the struggle. They don't understand how me having somebody in my corner saying, keep it up, keep pushing, is going to help me move to that next level. You know, and so for me, just like Pam said, I'm all about putting my energy and shifting my energy into people, into situations that pour into me. So when I got the call, when I got the email, I was like, there's no way whatever I'm doing, I'm pouring into KB, because KB pours into me. Period, point blank. You always gonna get my support. I'm always gonna shout you out. I'm always gonna support you, because what that does, it enables you to keep going. You may not need it, but it damn sure feels good, right? It feels good to see your people be like, yo, you know, they feeling me. You know, I know I'm good. I know I'm swag, but still, yo, like, it feels good because people need to be poured into. You can't drink from an empty cup, period. So for you to say that you think that I'm going to keep going and nobody's liking my music, nobody's liking my style, nobody's liking my clothes, like, everybody needs to be affirmed. Everybody. With Instagram, with social media, it is so immediate. It is so very, like I think it was Hollywood has said, accessible, where they think that a like equates, or not liking equates. That's not how it is. That's not how it works. It's checking on your people. It's making sure that you see, well, I haven't seen you post something in a few days, Meek. Are you good? Nah, I'm not good. All right, keep going, sis. I see what you're doing. Like, that stuff moves people. And until we get out of the space of me and start to really take a look at ourselves and be more aware of ourselves, I mean, this generation is screwed. I say this all the time. I don't know where we're going.
Not just them. They are responsible for our Medicare and our well-being. You know what I mean? In another 20 years. That's what scares me. I had a conversation on the last, I think, episode 5 of these TKBS Nation conversations. And the real testament in a relationship is, will you wipe my ass if I can't wipe my own ass in a relationship? And that's what I'm most scared of, these youngins. And I'm talking about some of your kids, some of your nieces, your nephews, you think gon' be there for you, but don't respect you, or don't respect, you know, the things you did for them as a child. And to your point, Meek, Hollywood, and Pam, they're so entitled. You know what I mean? They have this, it's supposed to be, no. I could spend all my money on me. I could put all my resources to me. But I don't do that every day. I come on social media to inspire, inform, and impact. That is my pledge to y'all. And that's what I do. And to your point, me pouring into people is the easiest thing you could do and costs you nothing. And I want people to hear that. It costs you nothing to be kind to people, to affirm something you know to be true. And Meek, I do. I found my tribe during the pandemic. I found my tribe. I have friends, I have acquaintances. I was going through this list for the birthday party. I can't accommodate everybody because I literally know 1,000 people that I need to invite. But people that take their time with me, check on me. It's some motherfuckers disappointed out here. It's nation members that getting priority over 30 years of knowing somebody because of what we created together. You don't understand how much I needed that shit too. So Hollywood, I mean, you know, we are looking at a world that is not as comforting as it was, understanding, thoughtful. And Just Do is not just giving people credit. Just Do is understanding what our community needs. Our community is deserving. They're just due. They're overdue. So what do you think about that?
I agree 100%. Again, I think the world that we live in, the access that we have to people and information has not necessarily changed for the better. Now, all this access to these great people and this information should have been propelling us forward, but it seems to me, I think it was while Meek was talking, it was like, oh, aha, I think I get it. A lot of people that are coming up, whether that's, you know, they're new in their industry or market or whether they are younger, they don't, I guess you can say, respect the elders. Like you said, will they wipe your ass? They don't respect the elders and give flowers because they don't comprehend not only the struggle, but the triumph either. But they also don't comprehend the joy. And so,
say that one more time.
They not only don't comprehend the struggle, but they don't comprehend the triumph. And so what you said, they're entitled, they're not in tune. I want to just say this. I'm not detouring. This is inclusive. I want to just say congrats to you. So I want to give you your flowers and go on record. Congrats to you. I saw that you were awarded with the Culture Creators Entrepreneur Award.
Thank you. Big shout out to Joy Brown.
In music, in entertainment, linking these artists with these brands so that they can get these deals and that then you can become a podcaster or a blogger without being an artist, and then you can get these brands that put you in front of all these people and you can say dumb shit. You wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for Kenny Burns, because there was no such thing as affiliate marketing in hip hop before Kenny Burns.
Period.
It needs to be people, they need to understand history, because you're in a dangerous place if you think that you got here by yourself or that the house that you live in, you just live in it because you earned it and nobody built it. Somebody built that house.
That was prophetic. Bam!
Yeah, I just felt what he was just saying right then. That's in all aspects of life. I mean, he could say that again, but people need to yell that, scream that, and understand that you didn't just come here and start doing what you're doing. It's been done. You might change the way that you're doing it, tweaks here and there, but it's been done before.
Yeah. The thing I want to add to that real quick before I forget, that is so true. And if you think about the lanes, and Hollywood said this too, when you think about the lanes that have been created for you to get some money, it is not beholden to just the talented. Back in the day, you were talented, meaning you could sing, rap, dance. There was no real money in being a lifestyle specialist. You know what I mean? But then, this guy has an ability. He can't DJ, but he can talk on the mic. How many people in major cities across the world, get paid a couple times a week, feed their families from being mic men? That didn't exist before Busy Bee. You know what I'm saying? That didn't get monetized properly until Kenny Burns. Because Kenny Burns didn't just understand he could talk shit and people gonna react, or he can inspire and they gonna implement. He knew that the things around him, he could set up, monetize, and grow them all at the same time. If I'm in the club and we having the best time of our lives and we are sipping on a little something, then goddamn it, I need to be getting some bread with the spirits world. Oh, you like my clothes? I put that shit on. I need to be paid to wear your shit. Wasn't nobody doing that successfully like me. That just wasn't happening. And now what you see, to Pam's point, there's so many different ways because of what the forefathers and mothers have done to get paid. And then you even showing people you don't gotta rap or dance. You ain't even gotta be in the club. Matter of fact, you ain't gotta go outside. You can make money because of these offerings. You could provide for your family because D Nice went live, changed the way people DJ and communicate musically. Then he saved the world spiritually with music that he knew, you know what I'm saying, would affect people's soul. We about to do the Kennedy Center on the 19th, y'all. I grew up in DC, riding past the Kennedy Center at night with all these well-to-do and immaculately dressed people. Like, what's going on? Like, how? I'll be performing there on November 19th. You feel me? But it baffles me, and I guess it's because we had to work harder. We had to exist in a world without social media. People had to literally evangelize for us, word of mouth. You know, this person in Atlanta, this guy from DC, this girl from Philly, this girl, you know, they had to go talk about you. So you, the youth, you wonder why we have issues with the way you communicate. Because in your presentation, there's no honor of the past. There's no respect for the people that taught you or that paved the way for you. And it's disheartening, man, because there weren't this many ways to get money. There weren't this many spiritual advisors on a phone that could give you information that might fix your soul this morning when you was going left. That just didn't exist. But Meek, talk to me, baby. I know you got something.
I remember in 1986 or 87, I can't remember. Tribe Called Quest dropped their album. I believe it was a Low End Theory. Tribe Called Quest is like iconic for me. I remember reading an article and they were talking about they weren't making any money off of that album. And I think I was just about to go to high school, and I was like, I know everybody in here got a tape. What? Like, I didn't understand how these gods, these hip hop gods, were broke. And they were putting out good music, and they were putting out albums, and they were on contracts, and they were like, years later, like, it took a while for us to make money. And I was like, I will do my best to always support y'all. And it just, to me, we lack compassion and the ability to give grace and to understand what the struggle is, and to understand in the struggle, it's not easy. Like, our man's had to struggle to put this work out. And if we don't understand that and give them compassion instead of putting them down, like, we lack that. That's this generation, this world we're living in, not just this generation, like you said earlier, lacks the ability to understand and be empathetic.
Hold on.
You talk about D Nice, and absolutely, without a doubt, hands down. But you changed the pandemic for all of us. Who we were dancing, we were partying, but then we needed somebody to talk to. And here you go. And I remember when you first came on, Candy, I was like, oh, he's talking to his friends. I was like, oh, wait, I don't know if he knows them. So I went live. I clicked live, and I was like, oh, shit, he's about to ask me to come on. Oh, he's talking. Like, you saved my life. I'm not saying, Derek, hands down, 1A, you 1B, you 1AA. He's 1A, you 1A. You feel me? At the same time, your genuineness, your authenticity, the ability for people, because of social media, to be their authentic selves. They lack the ability to understand what it's like to struggle and to be able to see somebody struggling and to give them grace and compassion. I used to, and I'm going to land my plane. When I pray with my kids at night, they're older now, but when I go in their rooms and I would pray, I used to say, pray for those kids who have mean mommies and daddies, who don't have a place to live, who don't have a roof over their head, food to eat. And they'd look at me and they'd be like, what? I mean, yeah, there are kids out there who struggle, who go to school but come home and they're hungry. Like, you don't know. You see somebody struggling, you don't know. And for you to shit on them, for you to not try to pour into them, for you to not show empathy or be compassionate or show grace, it's just like I said at the beginning, it's disheartening for me.
It is. And thank you. You almost got one. Look at this eye. Zoom in on this eye. You almost got one. We need to put that entirety for one of her clips. Jesus Christ. Hold on, I need to clear the air. So you just floored me a little bit. But I think I am blessed enough to know that I can bless others, and it's not having anything to do, with finances, my relationships. It's honestly seeing them. The one thing I got out of the pandemic that has been priceless is giving people their just due. And just due sometimes is just hearing them out, showing them that you too are like me. You have the same ability, the same 24 hours as me. And sometimes that's all people need. They just need to know that it's possible, that I can actually, you know how many people are entrepreneurs from them conversations? Do you know how many people actually realizing their dreams, getting out of relationships that they were stuck in so they can live their best life? And that for me, that's just due. That for me is the reward. And I appreciate your words and yours too, Pam and Hollywood. It's just, but that's real community to me. And I really, honestly, you talked about how you thought I was just going on with my friends, but I needed real fucking perspective in that moment. I needed not people that's around me because I grew up with these people. You know what I mean? We done been through things. And that's the thing about relationships y'all need to understand. You done grew up with somebody. Y'all know everything it took to get to this point. But guess what? Some of y'all ain't on the same level. Some of y'all can't even have the same conversations no more. So you got to go back and find your tribe in those moments, because you're gonna have friends that are forever. You're gonna have friends for seasons. And then there's gonna be shit like a pandemic. All right? Life stops. You reevaluate everything. And you gotta be open to receive. And that's what we all were. That was our just due to each other. And I just, I had to get that off my chest because that was a real time. Pam, how you feeling? Talk to me. Anything you want to share?
Yeah, I think for you, the fact that you do share a lot with people that you don't know, it allows your blessings to continue to flow in. Like, amen. You pour into so many people at all times. And I think it just continues to show because you continue to elevate yourself. You're not worried about, okay, this person is going to end up doing better than me, have more than me, because that's not what matters. What matters to you is you're giving back, you're sharing. Hey, you have the same opportunities that I have. I watched one of your interviews where you said people have a lot of ideas, but you have to do the work to make it happen. You just can't think it and it's going to happen just like that. Get out and make it happen. So the fact that you're so open and giving, I think, that's one of the things that people gravitate towards even more. He's not charging, because you see all these seminars. Now, you could have the lifestyle specialist class, a course or something where you can't monetize it. But the fact that you give so much free game, your word, everybody just love it.
Thank you, baby.
And go back to when you mentioned about, what Be Nice has done. Think about the music that he played to get started.
Facts.
Was that new music or old music?
Nah, it was the soul music, yeah.
Exactly. It was.
Right. Well, one time, Hollywood, talk to us, baby.
So I was just thinking when all of you were talking, that basically where we are now, This just didn't exist. And again, I don't think that people understand that business models in hip hop, blueprints and podcasts and PR and access to supporters directly via a social media page or technology and business savvy, all this stuff didn't exist. Nobody knew what marketing was. Mainstream was a myth. But thanks to people like LL, now we global, we international, and now anybody can be that from their phone. But we had to create it, it had to be built, and models are now replicated. So I still think it's foolish to abandon the fact that somebody built the road on which you stand. Like it's foolish. You can't stand on nothing. And standing on their shoulders and going further and seeing further is a privilege that we have. And anytime anybody is not giving flowers, especially intentionally, and downplaying the impact or the influence of generations before us, it's privilege speaking. It's foolishness. So, and the last thing I'll say is, I don't think it's any good to have a reach an audience podcast and blogs and all of this thing, especially in our community, when you're representing our community. I don't think it does it any good to have all that access if you don't have emotional intelligence, empathy, and true impact, positive impact. Talking about the money again, nobody cares if Mahalia Jackson was rich. Nobody ever asked if Nat King Cole died broke. And we know that he was not getting paid the same that Frank Sinatra was, and there was only one reason why he was second to Frank. And now we're in a place where sometimes we're able to compete in these industries, but we're still the ones that's not giving each other our just due. The problem is Viola Davis is not getting paid as much as Meryl Streep because we not showing up for her like Meryl Streep people show up for her.
Yeah, that's the only way it could change. But I want to go back to something Pam said. There's a seminar culture out here that is so irresponsible. And you were just mentioning, Pam, like how I give all this free game and I could be doing seminars and I could do $29.99 just today only. If you don't do it by 5 o'clock, it's going back to $3,500. I could. But what I know we need, the people, our community, is information. And that's not the type of information that I'm willing to charge for. And I say that humbly because at the end of the day, it is something I want to do down the line, speak. But I want to speak to whole hearts and whole minds. I don't want to speak to broken people that depend on everything I'm saying and then don't achieve it. That's why I couldn't be a pastor. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that you're hanging on. I want to show you. I left V103. They weren't trying to syndicate me. I need more ears for my voice. Every day I was helping people on V103 with free game for an hour, giving people information, contacts of mine. I was giving my lawyers, he was getting mad at me. I was giving LaRon Rogers' number to people. I want people to have the information so that when I do get to that age where I want to go speak, I got whole hearts and minds in the building. I don't have broken spirits and broken people. And I hope they do come too. I'm not, I want everybody, but I just feel like if I could do the work now, you understand me? Do the work. I'm talking about give the information. And I know how to monetize my life. I get paid a handsome sum to show up and rock for a couple hours. I have these beautiful relationships with Puma and Pepsi, and they all depend on what you guys adore. I've changed their mindset. It's now I'm 50. I got a shoe deal. I'm 50. Back in the day, 50 years old was about to retire. But I got, especially in our hip hop community. So I'm saying all that to say, man, at the end of the day, I want those who can hear the sound of my voice that are a part of the seminar culture. Get your money. But do more good with your services. Give a little more time with those services. Because I just feel like I'm looking at a bunch of people not earn your leisure, it's a certain small set that I respect and I support. And everybody ain't gotta know that I'm on the line with them 1, 2, 3 times a week, giving them free game. But I just challenge you, man, because it's starting to remind me like these sucker pastors, not all, that just take and use the fact that you broken and use the fact that you need help, but steadily taking. I just could never do that.
What you just said, Kenny, about what you're doing and what you want to do down the line and what people don't think about that's most important is the foundation. That foundation was set. You're just building on a foundation that was already set. And so what you're doing now, you're setting your foundation and setting yourself up to build on what you're doing now for later. Amen. And that's what a lot of people don't realize too, is that you were not the first, but somebody set that foundation for you to have the opportunity to build off of what they started.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. It's almost time to wrap up episode 6. So I want to start with the beautiful Meek. Give a little closing word to your people. And yeah, I hope I've given you your just due.
I just want to say thank you. So I'm going to give you your just due and say thank you. I hope that, this panel and future panels and future discussions continue to inspire and push people in the right direction. I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited for us and the direction that we're going in. And again, Kenny, from the bottom of my heart, brother, I thank you. I can't tell you enough. That's the only thing that I can say. I'm going to continue to give my people their just due and pour back into people. I hope they do the same. Pay attention to the ones that are quiet, the ones that you don't hear from. Sometimes they're going through stuff. Just check on your people. Life is short. Don't take people for granted. Because I like everybody else, I want to give you your flowers while you can smell it and you can enjoy it. So again, thank you. I love you.
I love you too. I wish I could kiss you through the screen. Pam and Pam. My Pam. Hi, Pam. Talk to me, baby.
Well, just to piggyback off what she just said, I want to thank you for giving this opportunity and being asked to be a part of it, because, of course, I was nervous. So it's like, wait, what? Not me speaking? But I appreciate you, and I know a lot of other people appreciate you and what you bring and what you offer to not just us, but all generations. People could benefit from listening to some of the things that you share and the information that you provide. So I just want to say I thank you. I appreciate you. I know I don't always have a lot to say, but I am listening. I'm here to support you guys as much as I can. So
you got a lot of clips today, baby. Yeah. Hollywood, talk to the people, man.
All I have to say is be intentional about what inspires you. And just thinking about how far we've come in the hip hop community. Someone not here yet, their destiny depends on you doing the impossible. So someone not here yet, their destiny depends on you achieving the impossible. So be willing to do the work.
Amen. Give him a round of applause. Shit, ladies and gentlemen, that's episode 6. Just do. And hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, you received yours. I love y'all in real life. We'll see you next time right here on TKBS Nation Conversations. Peace. The dream is real.